Today we're going to be working with some wooden blanks to make some really cute earrings. So we're going to be using UV resin and mica powder and some glitter, and that's going to be the base that we're going to actually paint them directly onto our wooden bezels. I'll show you how we do that. This is a pink, and I'm also going to do a purple. The trick is, don't get it too thick to where your UV light isn't going to be able to penetrate through that UV resin. I'm also going to add some glitter. This is a really pretty silver glitter. It has different shape or different sizes in there, and it's really sparkly, so it makes the earrings really pretty. Add your UV resin directly into these little cups and stir it around. Everything that I use in this video I will link for you in the description if you're wanting to know where I got any of these things. This needed a little bit more UV resin because it was a little too dark. So this is what the wooden blanks look like. And I'm going to add it directly onto it. I haven't done anything at all to these wooden blanks because what we're using is this UV resin as the base for it. And I'm literally just painting it on with this popsicle stick. And I'm doing a very thin layer and putting it off to the edges. Make sure that you're not going to overflow it or make it go over the edges because it will make a mess. And just very gently put it all over the top. Once you get to the hole, it's best not to get it in it, but it's hard not to do that. I did it on quite a few of these, so if you do, it's fine. If you do end up curing it with it in the hole, you can always use a drill to open the hole again. Sorry if you hear my dog barking. And then just do the same thing with your other wooden bezel. And this is going to be a pair of earrings, so you want them to match. You can see how resin's really neat because you can get it to the edge and it's not going to overflow if you do it gently and you don't have too much. This is me because I got a little bit in the circle. This is me trying to get it out. It's easy to do. I also have these really cute little ones. And I'm going to go ahead and put that right on top. I'm doing this in front of an open, or not an open window, but it doesn't have blinds on it. I'm using the light as my light, the natural light from outside. So you can see where my resin was starting to cure slightly. I had to hurry. So now I've mixed up some pink in the other cup we did with some glitter, just like the other one, just like this. And I'm adding that directly on top of the bezels and doing the same exact thing that we did for the purple ones. You'll also want to do this to the back. That way your back will have a finish. So before you move on to the next step, do the back of your bezels as well. But you want to put it under the UV light. So what I didn't show you is when I was done with the purple, I put it under the UV light for 2 minutes. Then flip it over, do the back as well. UV light for 2 minutes. This one I put a little bit too much resin on the top of it, but I just used this method to transfer some to the other bezel and it worked out fine. I just didn't think that it was going to cure, so I had to transfer some over. So once you've cured it all, both sides, then pick the side you want to do the front. Pick the side you want to do the front of your earring with. And then I took these leaves and cut them into smaller leaves. And then I'm also going to use some dried flowers as well. And so once you have that, you can pick out the flowers you want to use. And this is a perfect project if you have some of those bigger flowers. Sometimes you just can't find something to use those for unless it's like a coaster or maybe a keychain. But the bottom of these wooden earrings are bigger, so some of the bigger flowers that come in your dried flower packs will actually fit on the bottom of these. So it's a great project for that. And the flower I just put down, that light purple one, that one I have found sometimes will almost turn more translucent, like if you do it in epoxy resin where you have to cure it overnight. So a project like this it really still keeps its color because it cures instantly, and I think this is a great project to use these for. When you're putting them onto the wooden blank, you want to make sure that you're not putting the flour over the edge at all, because it might encourage your resin to run over the edge. So just make sure that it's completely on top and not at the edge. So the purple flour at the end is a flour I dried myself, so I can't give you the link for that, but I might be able to find something on Amazon that looks similar to it, just so that you have that for this project. Then for the last one, I thought it would be cute to use these stickers I used in another video and put one of those on top. They're little mermaid tails. And I think that turned out really cute, especially with the sparkle in the background. And then to finish off the earring, you're going to put a thin layer of just clear UV resin on top of the bezel. I don't know what to call them. I've called them wooden blanks. I've called them bezels, but on top of your piece. Do the same thing you would as if you're doming a different type of earring. You're going to very carefully push it to the edges. Make sure there's no bubbles in it. You can use a lighter if you want. And then you're going to cure it under the UV light. I just did it a minute per earring pair, because at the end I'm going to put them all together and do it for another 2 to 3 minutes just to make sure it's all cured. But that's just a way to save myself time, so I don't have to wait for 2 to 3 minutes per each pair. I was going to do it all at the end, but you do want to do it to set it so you don't have any risk of it running over or anything. So do it for like 30 seconds to a minute per pair until the end. That way there's no accidents. And you can see how well, I mean, the flour stays in place pretty well. I didn't have to use glue or anything for these. So this is it's a pretty easy project actually. And then you just want to make sure that all the flour is down into the resin before you put it under the UV light. And then this is the finished product. I hope that you like this video. I have a ton more on my channel if you want to check them out. Please like and subscribe, and I hope that you have a blessed day, and tell me what you think in the comments.